we still in that realm where the Arlet is like a top ban?
Uh, Not the top band, but like it's more of dependent on the team. I think because we already saw the game before that one, that Arlot is being like absolutely ignored and like didn't even get banned on the additional two bans and was picked much later stages. So I think
Yeah.
it comes from like the homework when you just watch the your enemy team play and you decide, okay, Arlot is doing like quite a lot, so we're gonna go with ban.
Ooh. One of the first few times we're gonna see like Ruby being banned at the literally the first ban. So slot number 1, that's gonna be Ruby. CC from Team Flash. You know what? If we look back at the previous series, it seems like CC is not even considered by the previous series.
Last games it was like what, Augsburg. We go Augsburg. I don't know about CC.
Yeah.
Augsburg the one who carries the game, but yeah, in the whole tournament, CC was pretty much a big part of a lot of teams' victories.
Yeah. So that is going to be the ban for RCC. It's the Nolan. So they might be eyeing the Joy. But this is more of considering what Hades can play. And then, as we mentioned, he's an assassin main. Matilda, the ban for Team Flash. Is this a Joy ban for RCC?
Yeah, it might be, but the Joy, they might leave Joy for the first pick threat, and they'll make Team Flash ban Joy, I guess. So I would love to see Team Flash like, okay, take Joy. We're gonna go like, I don't know, Kaja, Franco.
Yeah, of course.
I would love to see Franco.
Yeah, I haven't seen a lot of Francos, and we know that it's it's one of those. Yeah, typical answer to the assassins, and there it is.
And the Joy on top of that, right?
That's true. That's very true. So Team Flash might just ban out the Joy just for safety, but that means that the Guinevere is going to be open. Is Guinevere a hero that RCC likes to play as well?
Yeah, I think they're gonna go for it. Maybe not for the first pick, but the second and third for sure.
Yeah.
No, the Faramis. Oh, the baiting, the trades.
Yeah. Gonna be Joy as one of the top priorities out there. But like we said, there's always that potential to go for the Guinevere, right? So it could be the priority here for both teams. I'm just waiting for it. I think Team Flash are not gonna be picking up their jungler per se. In fact, they might just pick up something like Barrett's when that happens and then just flex it once again. I think Nana has been the priority now for many teams. There's the Joy, as expected.
Nana have a lot of damage. Like when she get like what, 2 items, 3 items, she pretty much one shots even the tanks, even the fighters. Yeah, the Joy. I like that.
Yep.
I like that.
Of course. Gwyn Nana, maybe for Team Flash?
Yeah, maybe Nana, but I don't know about Nana now because of the Joy immunity, maybe. Like, I don't know, the Harriet for the gold probably. Interesting. Straight away,
exactly. Team Flash just literally doing what Onyx did to them. A priority on the Harith. But the Harith is obviously a hero that can take down the Joy. You just need a lockdown. There's the Terizla, what that could be. The Rome Terizla, as you mentioned. You need a proper lockdown on this Harith as well. Like typically, you still can go for the Nana if you are RCC, and you're just gonna be hoping for the best because the thing with Nan, well, they went for Lilia instead. Okay, so that's
why not?
That's off the table.
Just a strong performance on the mid lane. So why wouldn't you? But there's absolutely ignored Novaria here. Might be a go for Team Flash.
Yeah, Cortese plays that well. When you're facing up against the Lilia, though, are you thinking about the Valentina, right? Because it's also one of those heroes that has been the answer to the Lilia. Not because that Valentina can actually take out the Lilia, but it's just like the ultimate is just great, and that's it. Valentina makes a lot of sense
Against
actually.
Rizla, like always, if they have these BCCs, like we already saw the Grok versus Valentina, and eventually like Valentina steals the ultimate of Grok and doing even better ultimates than the enemy Grok. So that's always a big factor, big factor. But the player on the Valentina, I mean, in this particular case probably understands like everything about this kind of stuff. But yeah, you know, we saw at least you saw at least some time when Valentina like don't fully understand how to use like Grok ultimates, for example.
Yeah, do agree. So, when it comes to the bans now, you're going to be looking at your typical answers to the Harith in the gold lane. So maybe, yeah, like the carry and the Brody. But it seems like at least for games of the future, teams are not looking at Brody anymore. They will prioritize the Claude even going up against the Harith. Although Harith obviously wins that matchup in the laning stage, but in the latter portions when you're already farmed up, you can actually melt down your opponent. So like, it could be a Brody or a Claude ban for Team Flash.
Yeah, you know, absolutely understandable why the Brody is not being picked, because at least from my perspective, this is kind of like an assassin marksman. Like he really wants to like pam ult dead, and that's it. And if it when it comes to the fights when you need like crush the front lane, like a Claude, for example, like and and a lot of damage is starting to occur, or the Bruno, like Brody is not that kind of a hero. He like to pump, and if he deals no damage with these shots, it's bad for him. So it's more like an assassin. But one time on the last Phygital games, Team Lil Gun went for the Brody, who got like not destroyed, but like behind very much in this first part of the game. Actually came back and went as a decent marksman. Like this is pretty much the first time I saw that. Like they come back with Brody. I thought it's impossible. If you're not snowballing with the Brody, you're not gonna win. But hey, it goes to show not the hero is good or bad. It is the player who is good or bad.
Yeah, I think Team Flash will just opt for their XP laner now. Thinking about like Khalid as it's a Diablo special, but it's also good versus the Terizla. I mean, it's not good, but it's like winnable against the Terizla. And you also have that one-shot factor, right? For example, like heroes like Joy as well as Lilia, who have, well, technically speaking, they have low HP pools, and Khalid is a hero that kind of destroys that kind of those kinds of heroes. So maybe Khalid, but okay. So I'm thinking about this Kaja because Kaja plus Aerith is just so good, and it answers the Joy like you said. So really like this decision coming out from Team Flash.
Yeah, but it also opens the good counter attack for Terizla. If Kaja ults and Terizla is aware of it and counter attacks immediately, because you know Kaja ult is gonna force your team to kind of go out and follow you, and that's when you can counter attack with the type of heroes like AoE crowd control like Terizla. So you need to be aware of that. You cannot just go, okay, we go Kaja for Joy, okay, but now Terizla gonna counter you hard, and that's Terizla for the X plane.
Yep. Kufra obviously anti-dash for this Harith, and then the Bruno for just the range and a lot of damage to supplement. Now the hyper carry for RCC is definitely this Joy. Team Flash gonna be looking for their XP lane because we know for sure that this Guinevere is going jungle now, as the Kaja has been revealed. And with the Bruno being in there, you need a one-shot potential like a Paquito perhaps for Diablo.
Yeah,
or,
it would be great.
I think Paquito or Khalid. But there's also the merit for the Lapu-Lapu just because of some sort of CC immunity and the Benedetta.
Nice. Let's put it even more dashes. Like, we don't absolutely respect your Hoofra pick and go with extra dashes. Yeah, I like that.
Wow.
But way too much magic damage, I guess, would say ever.
They picked this Kaja plus plus the Harith, which is great. But at the same time, they're so dependent on magic damage. That's probably why they flip the switch and just pick up the Benedetta. And there is a chance where Diablo, knowing Diablo, as a player that kind of plays in an unorthodox manner, it could be a full damage Benedetta from the EXP lane. And so far, he has lethal ignition.
I would love, and actually Benedetta starts with the like mid lane help and gonna lose one minion on top side. Yeah, she lost one minion. So I'm not quite sure what exactly that was. Probably being like super defensively and not going to not want to let the enemy to invade probably, but I'm not quite sure.
Yeah. I wish you could see the emblems because I want to see what Diablo wants to go for, but unfortunately will not be the case for now.
Yeah. It's damage. I'm sure it's damage.
Yeah, because they need it, right? They need some sort of physical damage source.
Yeah, it's
and
probably
Diablo
the
plays,
penetration and the
yeah, that's right.
Extra damage.
Hades is level 4 now, very quick with a jungling pattern,
Ooh,
whereas the Joy is just
actually,
level 3.
Sorry, Harith actually was like winning the trade on the bot lane.
Yeah. That's the thing with Harith. If you play well, you can outplay your opponents. And you can kind of freeze the lane as well, as you're seeing right now. Because you can actually target your Synchro Fission to not hit the minions, right? So you have a little bit of control. Look at him like almost freezing the lane now.
Yeah, perfect, perfect. And Hooper probably should stay on the lane here to help Bruno farm this gold ballista, because he now gonna trade his HP on the bot lane, potentially losing the lane. So yeah, but Hooper decided to rotate for the turtle.
Yeah, they wanted to get the level 4 in the Kufra, so the Kufra actually went in for that play. And now the turtle fight ensues. Watcher wants to go for Castle, misses the shot, but Hades will take the turtle. Joy activating over 3, but stun, the Petrify coming out from Diablo was so perfect. Not gonna convert into another kill, but that's enough to fend off RCC.
And the retribution was lost as well on the turtle, like retribution fight, let's say it this way. And the Harith are coming to spam TPs already, but he almost one level ahead and forced Bruno to go back and potentially lose even more farm using his second skill. But the initiation on Kaja, Tyrant's Rage going in, and the balls are flying into his beak, and he's gonna be broken.
Oof. Oh, Vanix, as expected, wins the lane. And like you said, like, the decision coming out from the Kufra to get into the mid lane instead of defending his teammate, unfortunately backfired. What
He
RCC
should help with the lane control, sorry.
Yeah, and RCC wanted to go for the ultimate for Kupi on the first turtle fight, but they were too slow.
Like when you get caught in the middle of the two decisions, you're in a bad spot. You like it's like we talked about. You don't need to think, you need to act. What first comes to mind is the right decision, actually. Oh, nice conceal of the passive.
That's right. Jump from Hades not gonna land. But this is just to zone them out because they want to push. But in comes the Violent Requiem connecting onto the Kufra. It took a lot of time, but they took him out anyways. That's Kufra down, and the outer turret energy shields onto the bottom, given to Vanix. This Harith is farmed.
Yeah, and just like I told, I mean, I can't say it this way because I basically told everything can happen, but one of the things I said, if Team Flash will win the mid lane rotations and not lose the side lanes, they're gonna prevail, and that's pretty much what is happening here. Mid lane rotations are completely won by Team Flash, and overall tempo is much higher.
Oh, yeah. Hades securing the turtle, just as easy as that. That's the second turtle of the game, and already Team Flash is winning by a lot. And they're putting a lot of emphasis in the gold lane. You can see that they're zoning out Wiser. But in comes the jump. Purify is available for Vanix, activates it. Zaman Force now as well. In comes the Kaja with the ultimate. Now Kufra with the ultimate himself, but will not be enough. In comes the Joy, has to back out actually, because the damage output coming up from Team Flash is more than enough. Diablo goes down from the other side, but in this fight, Troublemaker is taken out even after the sprint. Weezer gonna be able to farm, I think, and defend because there's no
No,
divine
he's probably
judgment
not
anymore.
gonna defend it. The Zaman Force popped on the bot
this-
lane as well, being off of
Oh,
cooldown, and yeah, being farmed just as a bonus with turret. And yeah, a lot of
interesting.
problems here for RCC on the top lane. Benedetta was taking advantage of her high mobility to make this gank on bottom lane happen, but pays with the turret on the top side. But on the bot side, such a good stolen ultimate from Lydia was popped right like from the last hit possible, almost in the verge of death, used by Valentina and to regen her HP and eventually result in turret and 3 kills.
Yeah. They're gonna be Diablo with the damage. Troublemaker is in trouble. Taken out even after the ultimate. And KAZAN wants to dip his toes into the fight. Has to back out because there are 5 members of Team Flash. They did clear the minion wave in the middle, so there will not be any push. But RCC now struggling.
And the initiation on the KAZAN goes here from the Hufra with the first kill. No follow, though they might counter-attack Hufra now with Gwynivere just ults him like second and third time in this game already and just focuses the roamer.
Yeah. 0-3 for Kupi, the Hufra. Well, the overall effect of what he did was to give a kill to Team Flash, but they also secured their purple buff on the Joy because of that. So at least there's a trade-off for RCC, but the turtle, the third turtle of the game, Team Flash will take it as Hades didn't even need to pop the retribution for that one. Up top, you can see JPL wants to go for the fight, has the flicker, but now it's caught by the Kufra. No follow-up though from RCC. Without any minions for now, Team Flash will back out, but in the middle, they're able to push.
Yeah, the pressure is real. Zaman Force popped out. Castle uses his own ultimate, trying to counter Valentina. Valentina, while doing damage into his face, Joy comes into fight, pops all the jumps and ultimate just defensively to go away, and the damage is there. Just damage to the counter of the Joy.
It's gonna be the jump. Coming up from Kufra for the counter. They want to go for this play, but it goes Vanix again with the Zaman Force. Doesn't need the Purify as he takes out the Bruno and even more. That's going to be Kufra down for the count. Team Flash destroying RCC up top lane.
Yeah, that's a pressure. Like, pressure is everywhere. And second skill to avoid the damage from the turret and not gonna be able to survive. But still, every turret is down. 53 seconds for the Lord. Probably gonna push mid as well, take all the buffs and go for the Lord. Wow, how do you come back from that one?
You need a miracle for RCC. A massive AoE combo with your Tyrant's Rage as well as your penalty zone. But they also need the damage.
Just wanted to mention, like, on the bot lane, there was a moment when Kufra kind of used first skill on a Harriet and then second skill on top of him. But still, Harriet was managed to like jump out with his own second skill, and yeah, so Kufra not really like counters that one.
Oh, look at that. Look at the damage coming from Vanix. That's Zaman Force committed. No depth whatsoever. Castle wants to fight for the flicker play. Penalty zone, but where's the follow-up? No follow-up coming up from RCC. And Team Flash will just back out because of that. That's a flicker burned out. And Team Flash gonna be very confident into taking this Lord now, knowing that there's no penalty zone and flicker from RCC.
Yeah, Lord easily being taken, not even trying to bother this, just fully commit to defense. RCC here, waiting indeed for a miracle probably, but double Purify, not thinking that way. Miracle is not going to happen probably, but we'll see. It's Mobile Legends, Land of Dawn, and you never know what's gonna happen.
Yeah. We never know what's gonna happen, but what we do know is that Team Flash has a massive lead over RCC now. Top lane is where the Lord is at, and the bottom lane gonna be controlled by Team Flash with all of the heroes almost parked in here. And even Hades, as the Gwynivere just walks around nearby, and even the Lilia cannot prep cannot prep his defense. Up top, they know that the Joy is there. Team Flash will not chase because all they wanted is the purple buff. Now, being taken by Vanix. We know for sure that Harriet loves this invades.
Yeah, map is totally being controlled by the Team Flash. Lord is marching top lane, and the mid lane is being pushed as well. Mega Minions, Hoofra charge, potentially jump in with the flicker, but no, save it for the next time. Mid lane is being farmed with alongside with the passive on the turret, and the Lord is coming into the fight.
Lord up top. There's the Kufra with the jump, not catching anyone. But the Turista catches 4 penalties on the 4 members of Team Flash. Where's the damage? The Bruno tries his best, but Hades gets out. They did defend, but they will not get any kills out of that.
And then Tyrant Range wasn't popped actually. On top of that, potentially could stun even more for people, but the Divine Judgment goes into the roamer just to front target, and the counter attack jumps in, not being able to cast his own Tyrant Range, being picked off. Castle running away, trying to survive, uses first skill to just have a little bit of regen, and eventually survives.
Ooh. Joy taking out the Benedetta onto the other side of the map. Bruno wants to get into JPL. He's quick, but he's not able to catch up nonetheless. 8,000 for Team Flash. They will be settling for an inhibitor turret up top. And because it's just the first Lord of the game, I think for Team Flash, they're going to be very happy about the result.
Yeah, and now they know they shouldn't group up against the penalty zone and Tyrant Range because... but hey, there was no follow-up, and it was not like the obliteration of the first, 4 people. All RCC team was kind of focusing Lord, even 4 people was caught in the ultimate, and it still resulted no defense on the turret, though. Maybe should went for the hero kills, but hey, second Lord is spawned again.
It's gonna be the fight around this Lord, which actually is not a fight at all because RCC just forgo this Lord, just did not even fight. Hades will have to commit the retribution just to make it fast, and it will spawn in 3 seconds. Gonna be up top. And they wanted to rush to taking the Lord because they wanted to really hammer down RCC.
Yeah, that's for sure. And mid lane being pushed already, top side trying to synchronize the minions. Harriet going on the bot lane, trying to do the same thing. And mid lane probably is going to be prioritized. Benedetta is not there yet, and trying to prepare her own final blow for the gets initiation on the Benedetta, but not turn trench, not hitting the stun, forcing to use second skill out, and the Lord is being farmed. No ult, 1 ult down.
Let's go for it without the ultimate. Curtizi. Oh, it comes a jump penalty zone onto 2. Where's the damage? They are able to take out the advantage. No! The stolen magic shoes, and now one shot is going to be punished. Harith damage is just too much. Vanix just destroys the Joy. And what a clutch utilization of the ultimate coming out from Curtizi. Copying the black shoes to get out into safety.
Yeah, second time in this game.
Could be there.
Insane usage. So much resources was popped trying to kill that Valentina. It resulted in her low HP. And the second attempt, just Divine Judgment can seal Tyrant Range at the counter attack with the Zaman Force, trying to kill all of them, just damaging here and there. And triple kill for the Harriet, and the Crystal is going to go down.
Woo. Good attempt coming out from the Kufra with the jump and the flicker, but he didn't have the eventually win the game. And the reason why, the reason why Harith is picked up is mainly because of the Joy. This is the first time that Harith is actually picked up against the Joy, and in combination with the Kaja, it's difficult to actually play Joy in this game. And I cannot blame RCC on one shot, most particularly for struggling in this game. This is actually a very difficult game to play around with.
Yeah, he was picked exactly for a reason. It was the gimmick to give Joy and understand what to do against this type of heroes. Her 5-man rotation on the bot lane, prioritizing a roamer here and trying to get even more pressure on the turret. Here, the super good boot first time in the game, and then we're gonna see it alongside the game as well. But the result in 2 kills, but the top turret went down. Here is the trying to get some pressure on the KAZAN, but gets countered by the Guinevere yet again, and the Harriet is here to follow this up. But yeah, I wanted to mention that on the mid lane when Hufra went in, he had no ult, but still get countered by the Divine Judgment just in case he had this ult. And yeah, and so unfortunate miss on the Tyrant's range when jumping on Benedetta as well. Kinda didn't hit the wall with Benedetta. And yeah, so execution wise, was kind of predictable.
It was really, I guess, a tough break for RCC, not finding all those openings. And Castle, good initiation, in fact, catching 4 of the members of Team Flash because of his
without
timing.
flicker.
Exactly.
Just bolt ultimate. Yeah, just like that. I mean, I guess RCC even themselves didn't quite understood what happened. So nobody kind of went for the attack when they should.
They didn't have the follow-up they needed, and they were struggling when it comes to the economy. That's also the reason why. Look at Kufra landing well, eventually will land the Flicker Tyrant's Revenge after this play. You can see it, but the damage also wasn't there. And you can see that Diablo timed the Petrify the most opportune moment, waiting for RCC to actually commit in the fight, and that means that they can punish with the Petrify of Diablo. 12-0-1 from Vanix. Harith, 34% damage dealt, 880 GPM. This is probably one of the best performances that we've seen from a player when it comes to the stats, right? So it's one of the more perfect showings from Ed Gold Laner that we've seen all throughout the Games of the Future tournament. So well done, Vanix.
Yeah, insane gameplay, and from the minute 1 he already started to apply a lot of pressure on the opponent's gold laner, which was Bruno at this point. Every time I was watching gold lane, every time Bruno was like half HP and lower, and Harriet was like 75% like at minimum.
Yeah. You see some of the other stats here. Unfortunately for RCC, they just couldn't find an opening. And Team Flash with his Harith Kaja pickup, they're looking very confident. So Diablo did go for the damage build-up, right? So we cannot see the actual emblems, but we know that when it comes to his items, I saw Heptases, I saw just full damage coming up from Diablo. And you can see the overall damage output of this Benedetta is actually very scary.
Yeah, and the first usage of her Electro Final Blow with the